I want to go home. Nothing's right. We had a ship for pile driving. We had this great big massive ship. There's pictures of it. Had like a nose, and I think you could line up and set the piles to any angle or something like that, didn't we? I think we did. I think we had like the steam powered ship once or something like that. We had something for pile driving. You could drive down or you could drive angles, and like it was really expensive, and we built it. It was like really cool. It used a big steam power, doom, 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 or something like that. I forget. It was either side mounted or front mounted. I think it was. Great big massive thing. You could put up to like a 20, like a 30-inch pile driving or something in it. It was this great big ship for specialty for doing pile driving, for building piers and whatever you want out there in the water. And it could, I think it had an arm. Maybe it could like go in the back and we could hook it up. I forget exactly how it worked, but we had a pile driver. We had this great big massive ship with a pile driver. It was an older ship, so I think we put the pile driver on it, but just hooked up the thing. I used cables maybe. I don't know. Like I don't know, but we had a pile driving ship and all kinds of stuff. Like we had everything. We could build piers. We could build the walls. We could do whatever we wanted. We had it all. Lucifer White Star Lines. It's what made us who we were. We were like there's one name in construction, White Star. I was proud. Like I said, I want to go home. I want to go back to Ireland. I want to go back to Europe. I don't belong here. I feel like I really don't belong here. Like, I belong in Germany and Ireland and home. And that was home. Home for me just as much as it was for everyone else. Those are the people who really cared about me. Those are the people who loved me. Great heroes. We had everything. It was Lucifer White Star Lines, We had all the pile drivers. We had all the tugs. We had the shale. We had the slate. We had the bricks. We had everything. We could build anything. I feel like I'm in strange land, in a strange place. Like, every time I see something on TV, like, it's like, why are you using that dinky old thing? Or that dinky new thing? We had one of those great big huge steam powered massive pile drivers, like we had everything. We could build anything in a jiffy. We used to build. There's Ireland, Germany. We're together. I feel like I'm in America and everything's just wrong. Everything. I look at all these old shows and it's like, that was me in Germany. I mean, it's White Star, but it's like not the same. Not like we used to be. Anyway. I'm sure they scrapped out that big massive pile driver. There's probably pictures of it somewhere. Big old massive pile driver ship. It's like one of the big ships that we had that was older. It lived the life of what's it called. And then, we always recycled our ships. So, well, it's no longer what's it called. So now it's a pile driver. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah. I like that. We recycle here at LS. It was a cruise ship, or it was a cargo ship, and now it's a pile driver. Good man. That's what I'm talking about. Thinking. I love my people. We just hooked up big old massive thing, did a steam shunt to the boiler. Now it's a pile driver. Like I miss my Irish. I miss my Germans. I miss Europe. America's not the same. It's not the same. Like Germany worked. Workers over there and heroes. I miss you guys. Yeah, I'm getting all misty-eyed. Well, I do because, like, I love being your leader. I'll never forget it, by the way. I'll never forget being your leader. Ever. I love being with you. I love being your ace in the hole. I love being that one. I hated, as much as I love Heroes, I hated how perfect you guys were. How amazing. Like I said, I used to cry a lot, too. Knowing that some of you wouldn't make it. I used to curse you sometimes. Calling you goddamn heroes. Fearless men. Like I said, don't think for 1 minute that I ever just casually thought or said anything that was, I'll never forget. I'll never forget any of those orders. I'll never forget any of those times. Like I said, I feel like punching these people here in America. And they're like, Brian, please. It's like, I am Lucifer Star. I feel like punching out Rod because it's like, you insolent, just like, I look around me and these aren't real men. I remember the real men. The real Irishmen. At least we have them in the photos. I remember when I had local people do the rudder modification for the Titanic. I said, use some local guys. So they did. Paid like 3 times as much as it was worth, but like I say, could afford it. Anyway, I'll never forget any of that. I'll never forget my Irish people. I'll never forget Europe. I'll never forget my good Germans. My surveyors, my people. Like, there was a time when I actually kind of wish I had died with them. I wanted to die with you. Just so you know. I didn't want to live. Sorry. I should act like a real man. I didn't want to live. Anyway, I'm going to say all the British people. Anyway, I wanted all the... That's why I ordered all the statues. I wanted all the walls. That's why I ordered all the investigations. I wanted those heroes remembered. The great men of Lucifer White Star Alliance. Men that built the world, shaped history. And did what had to be done. The men who protected families and children you never even heard of. Brave Irishmen. Brave Germans. America had it too easy. They didn't know what it was like. They didn't understand what true sacrifice is. They don't know what the hard times really are like. And they don't know what we've been through. Like I say, as a child, when I was a kid, I was like, you don't know what... I used to get mad at Rodney and some other people because it's like, you are not men. You are not comparable. Those people in the past, they were men. They went through storms in ships that they didn't even know worked. Every mission, every time across the water was one time that you might not make it back to your families. In slates, snow, sea, It didn't matter. Lucifer White Star Lines always sailed. I was damn proud of that too. It wasn't Harlem Wolf. It's LS. I was a proud leader. I love my people.